Sheehy right after him, takes it behind the net, and a shot stopped by Liut. A collision. Maley reaching for the loose puck. Hunter decks him. The net has been moved. Play is stopped. The puck still lying in the goal crease, and now Huskroft reaching in there, trying to get after one of the Capitals players, and some more pushing and shoving in the goal mouth area as the linesman trying to keep the players apart, but not much chance of that with so many outbursts going on. And one right now that might develop is Neil Sheehy, who has a very good grip in there on David Maley and won't let him get away. He's going nowhere. Maley's still reaching and trying to get out, and you can see his arms have been immobilized by Neil Sheehy, and it looks like we're going to have penalty calls from Dennis Morrell out of this. Now Dale Hunter's stick has been pulled away from him by Maley. And Maley and Hunter now start to jaw at one another in the corner. And the Devils perhaps are feeling that the way to bounce back from this 2-0 deficit to the Washington Capitals is to get things agitated.
Well, they've got to. That's one of the ways they've got to do it. They've got to come in and hit.
And now here comes Velishek to start out. Up to Crowder. Troy Crowder hit at the breadline by Alan May, and the puck comes back in the Washington zone for Stevens. Scott Stevens hit by Shanahan. John McLean to the Washington blue line. Throws it into the corner. It's over the glass and into the seats. Some pushing and shoving in front of the net now as Sundstrom and Rouse start to collide after Kelly Miller had been cross-checked across the back. Now Scott Stevens has his stick up as he is in there involved in a discussion with John McLean. And now the gloves drop, and Courtnall is involved in a fight. His sweater's being pulled over his head. Kirk Muller is landing some lefts. The Devils captain, Kirk Muller, is known much more for his scoring ability than for his pugilistic prowess. But here he jumps on Jeff Courtnall, and the Devils seem anxious to have more.
Well, now the Capitals ought to respond. Somebody ought to go after Peter Sundstrom and take him out of there the same way. Peter Sundstrom, as you can see on the television screen, giving that stick to the back of the neck of Kelly Miller. That's what got the attention of Rouse. And then here comes the bumping and shoving. Courtnall says he's ready to go, but Muller's the one who gets in there, and that really woke up this crowd and got the New Jersey bench going. And I tell you, Dennis Morrell's got his hands full tonight. The last time these two clubs met in a playoff series, they set records.
Coincidental penalties. Ridley is hit hard by Velishek. He's not getting up. Play continues. Now Dennis Morrell blows the whistle, and Randy Velishek delivers a very, very hard hit to an unaware Mike Ridley, who I think only saw it at the last instant.
Now watch it here. Stevens clears it up to Ridley. He's got his head down. That looks like that stick was down. Thought it was up a little higher. Good hit.
A clean check delivered to Mike Ridley, but that does not ease his pain any for right now. Ended, and now Ciccarelli has something to say at the other end of the ice as he continues his argument with Danico. Some of the Devil players banging their sticks on the boards, and now we've got John Druce with a stick held up high. He goes after McLean. Scott Stevens has stepped in there to have something to say. Neil Sheehy is on the ice as well for Washington. He's being restrained by the linesman, Swede Knox. Back to the blue line of New Jersey. Poke check by Weinrich. He had his glove off and was reaching for an injury to his face and was hit hard by Rob Murray. Here's Miller across the line into the corner. And Weinrich hit hard by the Capitals' Rob Murray. Pass for Kelly Miller. Off his stick into the corner. Miller run into the corner boards by Velishek. Blocked in front of the net. Rebound. Held up on the side of the goal. And now May gets shoved out of there. And now Maley gives Alan May a shot. Worked mostly out-of-town games out west. So when they're in a different conference, they're not going to be as up to date on any injuries that might have already occurred to some of these players. And many times the officials feel the players try to reopen old wounds just to get the penalties called.
They're trying to open some new wounds. Troy Crowder, Rob Murray. Devils now with just 2 seconds remaining on their extra man. See if the Capitals can keep an eye if Kelly Miller can bust out of the penalty box.
Up to center ice. Long wrist shot by Druce. hangs on with Danico, and those two drop gloves. And Danico tries to start punching. Druce has got a pretty good grip on him, won't let him throw any. And succeeds in blocking some punches here. Danico with a body punch, now tries to come over the top, but Druce has got the arm up and holding off Ken Danico. The linesman about ready to move in here as Danico starts to land one or two from over the top, and it appeared tried to grab Druce from the top of the head. Druce gets a hand in the face from Danico. Can't be enjoying that much. Finally, the linesmen come in. This all started when Danico grabbed Druce's stick. As Druce tried to get free, Danico pulled the stick closer, and finally they were locked into one another's arms, and from there the gloves dropped. McLean in across the Washington blue line. Hatcher runs him into the corner boards. Devils and Capitals at full strength. The puck cleared out of the zone. We've got a delayed penalty call coming here, and it looks like it's going to be another examination for injury. Dennis Morrell having a look at Jamie Huscroft. Dale Hunter sticking his nose in there now to have a closer look, and Morrell has made a decision. He's gone. It looks like there's going to be a major penalty given here for something as little as a bloody nose to Jamie Huscroft. And I'll tell you, you're exactly right, Al, when you talk about how this has to be enforced to the letter of the law in a playoff game like this. Take players out of the game that belong on the ice for both teams.
You know, I mean, it's unbelievable. Now these guys are, you know, you could, Jamie Huscroft could have had gingivitis, a little bleeding to the gums. You know, it's gotten to the point where you're asking the referees just to do an obvious injury. Yes. If a guy can't get up, if he's hurt, yes. But in these situations, it's worked for the Capitals twice. It's now worked against them once, and it's an unbelievable situation going on right now in this hockey game with Dennis Morrell having to make medical and refereeing decisions.
He didn't need any medical attention.
No, he never even touched Jamie Huscroft. And right there, you see Huscroft coming in and running Jeff Courtnall, and now this is going to get the penalty on Court. You know, it's... Now look at him. Now look where he's trying to show Dennis Morrell where the injury is. He spits out, and he catches Dale Hunter.
Little ice with it, too, and he dug right underneath it, broke his stick. The shot goes wide. Big hit at center ice. Shanahan was lined up by Bob Rouse. He tried to kick at it. Hunter's down. There's a penalty call coming, and McLean delivers an elbow to Hatcher's back. Hatcher's going to go after him. The linesman has fallen down. Brad Lazarowicz is underneath the pileup, and Hatcher wanted to go in after that rough elbow right to his back. There's already going to be one original penalty call coming. And Hatcher now
2 minutes high sticking. All penalties at 17:35.
Well, it's going to take a very, very large effort for the Washington Capitals here to keep the Devils off the board, because it's down to only 2:25 left. A goal here, I would think, would certainly win it for either team.
And, you know,
Score.
again, here's the battle. Hunter sending Mailing to the boards, and then they both get sticks and fists up into the face. Hunter's knocked down, responds with a shot to Maley, and both of them going off for roughing.
Dale Hunter, the Devils, number 8, David Maley. Time, 45 seconds. 2 each roughing. The Capitals, number 32.
Cicerelli's slap shot blocked by Casatone off to the corner. Burke plays it up the boards. At the point, Hatcher keeps it in, right on a shot, and it goes! Caps win in overtime! Hat trick for Dino Cicerelli. On the rebound of a long shot, Burke let it come out to the side of the net, and Cicerelli pops it home, and the Capitals win game 1 in sudden death overtime, 5-4.
Well, the Devils never had themselves set. The Capitals did a great job of keeping the puck in, keeping it alive, and putting a smile on the face of that man. And Dino Cicerelli, who started everything off in great fashion for the Capitals, finishes the game off in even better fashion, giving the Capitals an important win in this series. starting it off, getting the home ice advantage back their way, and having another underdog team coming out and winning the opening game. Dino Ciccarelli should be the first star of this game. They're holding him off. Here comes the call.